Okay, thank you all so much for being here. If this is your very first time today, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. Glad you all could join us today. We'll be going through sort of a multi-dimensional kind of practice today. We'll start with a little bit of a warm-up, some breathing, and then we'll move into some weightlifting if you choose to use some weights today. You don't have to use weights unless you want to. Something heavy will work just fine as well. And then we'll move into our cardio high intensity interval training. So just a quick reminder to listen to your body. Do what feels good to you today. You can push harder, you can pull back, you can take a break when you need to take a break. This is your practice, not mine. So take a moment now to just make sure you have everything you need, including some water. And then when you're ready, take a moment to breathe. I'll back up here. And you don't need to do anything to change your breath, but just allow your breath to flow in and out at its own rhythm and pace. And notice as you're breathing, do you feel like your breath feels a little short or shallow? Mm. Does it feel full? Does it feel relaxed and slow? And as you breathe, do you notice your thoughts maybe kind of pulling you away from focusing on your breath? And if so, that's perfectly normal. But just allow these thoughts to come and go. And every time you notice yourself wandering away, just come back to your breath. The more you practice, the easier it will become to be more present, to be more centered, to be more focused. So just give yourself an opportunity to remember why you are here today. Do you have any intentions or goals for your practice? With a deep breath in, invite this intention to fill your body, your heart, your mind, your spirit. With a deep breath out, let anything go that does not serve your intention. Reminding yourself to be present without judgment, and remembering to honor and listen to your body. On your next breath in, I invite you to tense and squeeze. Squeeze your hands into a fist, maybe lift your shoulders into your ears, scrunch everything up in your face. And as you exhale, just let all of that tension go. Allow it to drain out of the fingertips, out through the soles of your feet. And we'll do that again on your next inhale. Just tense and squeeze, lift and tighten. And as you exhale, release and let go. And do that one more time. Inhale at your own pace. Tense, squeeze, lift, tighten. And exhale, release. And let that go. And then maybe just circle the shoulders, lift the shoulders up and down. You can circle them around or lift and squeeze and release. And then just move to one side, just circle out that shoulder, go in all directions. Then if it's an option for you to move to the other side, you can switch or you can stay on the same side and do a second round on that side. And circling, rotating, lifting, lowering. Good. And then if both sides are an option for you, lift and squeeze again, breathing all the way in. And exhale, release and let go. Good. Let's place the hands on top of the legs. The next time you breathe in, just allow your eyes and nose to look upward. And then as you exhale, allow your eyes and nose to look downward. Inhale, return to center, and then look over one shoulder. Then come back to center, and then look over the other shoulder. Come back to center, and on your inhale again, look up. And on your exhale, look down. Inhale, return to center, and look over one shoulder. Then come back to center, and then over the other shoulder or the same shoulder. So you're just moving according to your body today. And then maybe drop one ear towards the shoulder and just stay there. Breathe into the neck. This hand can stay on your leg, or you can even drop it down. You can even hold on to your seat. And come back to center, reverse to the other side, or repeat the same side. Again, the hand can be on your leg, arm can be by your side, or maybe even hold on to the bottom of your seat and lean away. Good. On your inhale, come back to center. Turn your palms to face your legs again. And as you inhale, this time let your eyes look up and slide your elbows a little further back. And then as you exhale, look down and slide your fingers toward your knees. And continue here at your own pace, inhaling, looking up, and exhaling, looking down. And just two more times. Take your time moving at your own pace, moving within your own comfortable range of motion. And follow your breath. We're not trying to go fast. We're just exploring our range of motion, getting the body to move with the breath, and then return to center. Again, on your inhale, give everything a good squeeze, breathing in, tense and squeeze. And as you exhale, release. Good. Now, either keep your arms down by your sides, or maybe you want to take your fingers towards your shoulders. Lean to one side and back to center, and then to the other side or the same side and back to center. I'm just going to show you different options. If you're able to lift your elbows out to the side, you can keep them lifted, or you could even have your hands behind your head. So, all of these again are just options to choose from. One side can be very different than the other. Good. Just three more on each side, or six more on the same side. Good. Good. Two more. Good. Come back to center. If your arms are up, bring them down. And now turn your palms to face forward, just the front of the room. And on your inhale, lift about halfway up, no higher than your shoulder. And then rotate your palm back and press your arms back, just as far back as you comfortably can. So inhale, lift shoulder height, and exhale, press, press, press back. Couple more. Inhale up and exhale, press. Inhale, lift, and exhale, press. This time, maybe your hands lift and your eyes look up. This time, maybe you press back. And if it's an option for you, hinge a little forward. We'll do that again. Inhale, eyes lift as your hands lift. And then exhale, press back, maybe hinge forward. One more time, rising in front and press back. Good. Return to center. Pull your elbows in. So bend your elbows here. And then open the hands and come back to center. So the palms are facing towards each other. They open out to face the front of the room. You have options for your hands and your fingers. So maybe they're spread out. Maybe you'd rather have them in a fist. Maybe they're just relaxed. Good. Just warming up the shoulder, not trying to go too fast. Good. This time, rotate the palms to face up. Just repeat the same kind of movement. Just exploring your range of motion. We'll be coming back to this again. And next time, we'll be holding some weights. It's kind of like a preview, helping your body have a little heads up about what's to come up. All right, so elbows in now. Just kind of stay here with your elbows bent and then lift and lower the elbows. Now you could lift and lower one side, lift and lower both, or alternate sides. And here we don't want to lift the elbow any higher than the shoulder. So this is a little practice round. We'll be doing this again later on with some weights. Good. Two more. Last one. And give it a squeeze. Good. All right. So from here, let's take our hands off to one side, sort of above your shoulder. And it's like you're doing a slow motion chop. Slow motion here. So it can be both hands clasped together or one hand only. And again, we're just going in slow motion, just kind of exploring like how high can you lift that elbow and hand? How low do you want to go off to your side? Okay. All right, last one on this side. If it's an option for you to switch sides, we'll go to the other side. So above the shoulder, across the body. Think of this in slow motion. Good. Two more. Last one. Come to center and slow motion here, just up and down. Now I'm taking it above my head. You don't have to take it above your head. It can be here at the heart. Maybe you are leaning a little bit forward. Maybe you're standing or sitting just straight up without hinging forward. Good. Two more. Last one. Okay, now we're going to get moving. So we can pick up the pace a little bit, a little run or ski or walking. Okay, these are all just options to pick from. If it's an option for you to add in a march, you may add that in as well. Okay, so I'm just going to keep showing you your options. It's completely up to you to pick what works best for you today. All right, you might even do something completely different. What matters here is that you're getting some movement, some exercise, starting to increase your heart rate a little bit. I've just got about 10 more seconds. Okay, now let's do some punching in front of the body. Now, this adds a little bit of a twisting motion in the upper body. If that doesn't feel good to you, then punch both hands or one hand only, right? And that will take some of that twisting out of the upper body. So again, I'm just going to keep showing you different options. You pick what's right for you. All right, last one. Now, punching down. You're not trying to punch hard, right? Because you're punching air. So obviously, you don't want to throw it too hard. That can be a little bit too intense for the elbow joints. So light punches, again, can be both at the same time. Two, one. Good. Now punching up. Again, can be two. Double punch or single punch. Good. Come back to your front punch, either double or single, and then back down, double or single, then to the front, double or single. And now let's toss some balls. So your palms are facing upward. It's like you're juggling, right? You can juggle one side, both sides. Okay. Imagining that you're tossing and catching, trying to get your body moving in all kinds of directions. All right, next up, let's climb rope. So hands in front of the heart, climbing up that rope, reaching as high up as it is comfortable for you. So this is our warm up. You want to start to feel like your heart rate is increasing a little bit. Maybe you're breathing a little bit faster, starting to get warm, but you don't want to go to your highest intensity just yet. Good. 5 more seconds. 2, 1. All right. So now elbows in, crisscross in front and pull. Crisscross, pull. So just kind of get this in motion here. We'll be coming back to this a little bit faster later. Now, if the crisscross isn't working out today, you can always come back to the double punches. All right. So you always have that as an option as well. So crisscross or punch. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, let's row the boat. So a couple different ways you can row. Both arms rowing across or single arm rowing across or rowing in front, double or single. Okay. Sort of goes forward and back or back and forward. You can reverse it or across the body. Okay. So just practice this. We've got about 30 more seconds to practice. Again, we'll be coming back to this a few times. Check in with your breath. Make sure you're breathing nice and easy. Good. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. All right. So, quick transition. Have a sip of water if you need it. Then we'll be holding on to our weights. So, each of these exercises we will be doing for about a minute. I'll try to tell you when we're about halfway through. All right. And then we will begin in our ready position. We've got about 15 seconds. Bring your elbows in with your palms facing up. And here we go. Let's open and close. Just like we did in the warm up. We don't need to go fast here, so we're not trying to increase our heart rate. We're here to build some strength and stability. This is for a series of muscles that we call the rotator cuff around the shoulder, the arm bone, the shoulder blade. Okay, we're about halfway there. If you'd like to rotate your palms in, you can rotate in. So your palms are facing each other as you open and close. elbow. We did this in our warm up. You don't want to let it get any higher than your shoulder. Mhm. You can give it a good squeeze. If I freeze, y'all just keep moving. I just got a little sign that my internet is unstable. So that means I might freeze. And lift and lower, little squeeze. Now, to increase the intensity, you can straighten the arms. We're halfway through. And this is just an option. Okay. Gets heavy pretty quick with the arms out straight. Good. And you can always test it. Challenge yourself. You can always back off. You don't have to commit to what you start with. You can always change it up. All right. Palms facing forward, straight arms. Give a little scoop and a lift. Scoop and lift. I'm showing you single arm. This can be double arm. We're halfway through. All right, we have about 5 more seconds. That's it. Okay, so next we have biceps. There's all kinds of options for biceps. We'll start with a traditional bicep curl. So here we start with the arms down beside. You can rotate the palm up as you lift the hand up towards the shoulder. Do one, a single or a double, all or both at the same time. So we're halfway through. Good. We've got about 5 more seconds. All right, that's it. And we have all kinds of options for our triceps. Maybe lift and lower the hand above your head. Maybe take that arm back behind you. It can be single or a double arm here. Okay, maybe you press yourself up and out of your chair, up and down. Or maybe you press your elbows back into your seat. You want to press, 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 and release. Press, 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 and release. Good. So we're about halfway through. I'm just going to show you all those options again. And again, it's up to you to pick what works best for you today. So overhead tricep extension behind you, or pushing yourself out of your chair, or press back into your chair. All right, so that's it. We have a little break, not a long one, but a short one. So time for a quick sip of water, a little reset. And we'll do another round, same thing. So when you are ready, elbows in, palms face up, one side or both at the same time. So the trick here is really small movement, trying to keep the elbows in to the rib cage. Good. We're halfway there. If you like, you can turn the palm in, open and close. Check in with your breath. Sometimes we get so focused we forget to breathe. 3, 2, 1. Good. These are our lateral raises or lateral deltoids. So, not lifting the elbow any higher than your shoulder. Both at the same time, one at a time, alternate sides. We're halfway through. Remember, you can increase the intensity by having a straighter arm. You can decrease the intensity by bending the arm. Find your own pace. You don't have to match mine. You can go slower. Go a little faster. I wouldn't go too much faster. All right, last one. Okay, arms down by your sides now. Lift and lower. Can be one arm alternating or both at the same time. A little scoop, lifting just in front of the chest. All right, we are halfway through. Each of these exercises get about a minute. 15 seconds. Good. One more. Nice. All right, let's do bicep curls. Let's kind of change it up. Change it up. So lift and lower with your forearms out to your side. If this is not an option for you, you can come back to the same one we did last time. Okay. By having the hands out to the side, it just gets a different aspect of the bicep. Good. We're halfway through already. Looking good, y'all. Staying focused. Connect to your breath. Good. Almost there. Got time for one more. There it is. Okay, so triceps of choice. All right, so last time we talked about an overhead tricep. Can be single or double. Can also be back behind you or little isometric presses, pressing yourself up and down. Okay, got 3 more seconds, then we'll be halfway through. There's our halfway mark right there. Good. 10 more seconds. By the time I say it, we've got less than 10. 5, 3, and 1. Excellent. Okay, round 2 down. We've got one more round to go. Have a little reach up and reach down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Reach up, reach down. So if you want to tap your legs in between, give you a little touch point, and you're reaching up only as high as you can reach and as low as you can go, right? So with our high intensity interval, we want to try to increase the intensity as much as possible in a really short period of time. And then we get a little bit of a break to help us recover. And during that recovery, we're still building strength, right? This really helps to create resilience for the heart, just like we are resilient in spirit. We want our heart to be just as resilient. Good. Up and down. 3 more seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Excellent. Okay, so take a little moment here. Deep breath in and out. All right, 3 seconds. We'll play the drums. Here we go. So palms facing down. We've got drums everywhere. Drumming in front, drumming beside, drumming maybe above you even, all around. And really get the sense that you are hitting some sort of kind of surface that is bouncing back at you. And this is really good for not just building muscle, but helps to increase bone density, makes your bones stronger through this resistance. Good. I've got 4 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. All right, check in. Might notice your heartbeat going a little bit faster. Just let yourself breathe in and out. And our next one, chop some wood. Here we go. So when you're ready, chop across the body. You can increase the speed, increasing that intensity. And then imagine that you really are chopping wood. So the axe is heavy and you're hitting a hard surface. This gets into our core. Good. All right. If you want to change sides with me, you can change sides, go to the other direction. All right. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Excellent. Okay. Check in. In these check ins, you can take a deep breath, have some water, stretch, shake things off, right? So that you're ready to begin the next exercise, which is catching flies. Here we go. Catching, catching, catching above, catching below, catching off to the side, all around as much as you can, putting lots of energy into it, scooping, pulling it in towards you, right? So it can be a squeeze and release, does not have to be. Can be more of a scoop or a raking with the hands and fingers. Five more seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Okay. Check in. Feel my heart rate going up a little bit. If you want to keep moving, you can, of course. This is your workout, this is your practice. You can maybe come back to a walk or a jog. All right. So elbows up, fists at the heart, speed punching. So with speed punching, we're doing circles right here. Keep the elbows lifted as best as you can. Good. Now, to change the intensity, you can go faster or slower. You can also add in a bit of a upper body movement, leaning back or leaning forward, maybe even both, right? Now, both may not be an option. Maybe leaning back and holding it back here, or maybe keeping it moving. All right, we've got 3 more seconds. 2, 1, and take a quick break. Awesome. I don't know why the electricity goes out like that sometimes. There's no storm, there's no wind. All right, so we've got about 5 more seconds and then we'll start climbing. So we've got a rope right here. Let's go. Pulling down, pulling down. Now for some of you, it may be an option to add in the feet and the knees. If that is you, you may do that as well, right? Adapting, modifying, and going faster, going slower. Leaning again, just like before, maybe leaning back, maybe moving forward and back. All right, so all that just kind of changes it up, gives you some variety to play with. We've got 5 more seconds to go. All right, that's it right there. Take a little break. Nice breath. Exhale all that breath out. Squeeze it out. Remember, as you exhale, you can squeeze into the core. Okay, elbows in. Here we go. We will crisscross in front and pull. Crisscross, pull. Okay, so either single or doubles. This would be the double. This would be single. Mhm. And now maybe crisscross isn't working out for you today. It can be a punch. Very, very similar, right? Just leave out that crisscross. Okay, whatever you choose to do, keep going for 15 more seconds. And three, two, one, and rest. Good. All right, check in. Okay, so ready position. Punch up, punch out. Up, up, out, out. Up, up, out, out. And if you get a little confused along the way, that's okay. Just keep moving. That's all that matters. Maybe you just want to punch out in front. Again, it can be double punches, up and out, right? So if you're feeling a little too much twisting, just go the same way on both sides or single side. All right, let's go 3 more seconds. 2 and 1. Excellent. Okay, little break, quick break. Shake it off. Check in. Notice your intensity. Is your intensity going up a little bit? You can tell by feeling heat, heart rate. All right, let's come back to playing those drums. Pressing down, pressing down, pressing down. Feeling that pressure as if you are hitting a surface. And that surface is kind of bouncing back at you, right? So if we were playing like bongo drums, it's not like you're hitting a block of wood or cement. It kind of bounces back at you and gives you that feedback. Now maybe you are playing drums in front of you. Maybe they're above you. Who knows? Maybe they're over here. They're over here. Good. All around. 3 more seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Very good. Okay. So next up, we'll come back to chopping wood. Instead of going across the body, let's have our axe right here in front. So lift and lower, chopping down. Now it does not have to be overhead, right? You can be right here at the heart. If it's okay for you to lift your hands higher, if your body says yes, then you can keep going. Now maybe you've got one hand on that axe, right? Good. 10 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. All right. I felt that. Take a nice breath. Squeeze that breath out, activate the core. All right, and then remember the way you like to row your boat, and let's go for a little row. Rowing in front. Good. Remember your options. This is another. All right. Or the other way. Or across. Okay, we've got about 10 or so more seconds here. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Excellent. All right. Take a breath, squeeze it all out, activate the core muscles, just squeeze that breath out of your lungs. Let's come back to some speed punching. So elbows stay lifted, punching out. You're circling those fists around and kind of giving a little punch outward. It's like you have one of those little speed punching bags in front of you. Found one of those at Goodwill the other day. I really wanted it. My husband's like, "You're crazy. You don't need that thing." Like, come on, we'll just put it right there in the corner. It'll be fine. All right, so I'm kind of hinging a little bit forward and back. You can do the same, or maybe stay still, maybe leaning back or sitting up. Right, so play with that intensity in your way. We've got 3 more seconds, 2, 1, and rest. All right, check in. Shake out the hands, wiggle the fingers, maybe a little stretch. All right, let's go up and down, up and down, up and down. Now I'm showing with both arms. This can be single. Giving yourself that little touch point in the middle. Only raising your hands as high up as it feels right for you. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. All right. Take a breath. Check in. Maybe have a sip of water if it's been a little while. All right. Another round of catching flies. Maybe we've got all the flies we need. So let's move on to, I don't know, those beautiful falling leaves. Anybody have autumn leaves yet? We don't really quite have those autumn leaves. Kind of turn brown. So maybe not leaves, maybe they're $100 bills falling from the sky. Good. All around you, above, below, the side. 15 more seconds, keeping it going. Good. Trying to mobilize as much as you can, shifting, shifting, shifting. That's going to challenge your core. Good. 2, 1, and rest. Excellent. All right. Take a little check. Okay, now we're going to chop wood again. I will leave it up to you if you want to go across the body or if you prefer to go straight up and down. Okay, I'm going to go across, but you can go up and down if that is your preferred method of chopping wood. If you're going across like me, and it's an option for you to go the other direction, go ahead and switch. If you're going up and down, just keep on moving. Getting that wood ready for winter. Good. 3 more seconds, 2, 1, and rest. Good. All right. Got about 10 more seconds to rest. And then let's climb our rope. So getting into your ready position, we have our rope right here. Pulling, pulling, pulling like you are pulling yourself up to the roof. Again, if it is an option for you to add in the legs and the feet, you may do that. Only reaching as high up as it is an option for you. You can be right here in front of the heart. No stress or strain in the shoulders or the neck. Doing great, y'all. I love seeing you doing what works for you. I don't think I've said this already. Now we're already towards the end, but you can always add in a different exercise, right? You have lots of options. Okay, let's take a quick break. I'm coming down on the home stretch. So, yeah, if chopping wood isn't working for you, climb rope. If climbing rope isn't working for you, then catch flies. If catching flies doesn't work, go for a run, right? You can do any of those. All right, so let's go for it. This is our last full minute here. We're going to go for a full minute into a full run for just a moment. I like to kind of turn this into a bit of a medley. So we'll start with some running. And now let's catch some flies. It's kind of like those, triathlons where they do all the things. They swim and they bike and they do all that stuff. All right, now let's turn catching flies into drumming. Good. And now instead of palms down, let's turn palms up and juggle. Good. And now let's climb some rope. And let's row the boat any way you want to row. In five, four, three, two, one, and rest. Excellent. All right, so just kind of take a moment here, breathe, check in with yourself. You might notice your heart is going a little bit faster. Maybe you're getting a little warm. We'll move into a bit of a cool down. So let's start with some shoulder rolls. So just let your arms rest by your sides and lift and lower one side or both. Good. And then how about sweep the arms up in front of you and press the palms back behind you. Lift the palms up, press the palms back. Inhale up, exhale back. Two more. If you want to let the hands go higher, you can. They don't have to. Last one. Good. Let's take fingers to the shoulders and circle the elbows. Maybe reverse your direction if that is an option. Good. And bring the elbows in, open the hands, give it a little squeeze out, and come back to center. Squeeze behind you and center. Three more. Two more. Last one. Good. Place your hands on top of your legs. On your inhale, slide your elbows back, looking up. And exhale, look down, slide your fingers to your knees. And inhale, slide the elbows back, look up. And exhale, looking down, slide forward. Do that one more time. Turn to center. And now just your eyes. Eyes look up and eyes look down. Keep your chin down. And then maybe gently just bring one ear towards the shoulder and chin back down. Bring the other ear towards the shoulder and bring it down. Then return to center. Maybe turn your palms to face up. Eyes can be open or closed. And take a breath all the way in, inhaling into your belly, ribs, and chest. Let all that breath out. Squeeze the breath out. Active exhalation. And now just a gentle breath in and out, taking a moment to acknowledge the effects of this practice and prepare to leave anything behind that you don't want to carry into your day with you. Take a deep breath in And just sigh that breath out. Let something go. And move back into your day with peace, grace, strength, and ease.